Good morning, everyone. Myself is Girish CS, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Cambridge Institute of Technology, Bangalore. So today I am going to discuss about machinability index and surface finish. Discuss one by one. Machinability index, surface finish, machinability. First, we start discussing about machinability. Machinability is the term used in machining in order to refer workpiece material. Machinability is nothing but ability of the material undergo machining. Okay, machinability is the term refers to workpiece material in machining. Machinability is defined as ability of the material to undergo machining. If the material can be easily machined, so we rated that machinability index is high. If the material is difficult to machining, the machinability index for the material is low. Okay, in other word, machinability is defined as ease at which the workpiece can machine. Okay. Machinability also defined in terms of surface finish and surface integrity. So as we know, if the material is easy to machine, so you will get a good surface finish and good surface integrity. If the workpiece material is difficult to machine, surface finish and surface integrity will be poor. If the workpiece material is easy to machine, or if the tool life of a for a particular workpiece material is high, then machinability of the workpiece material will be good. And also it is defined in terms of force and power required. If force and power required for machining is high, then machinability of the workpiece material is low. Okay, if the machining consumes less power and less forces, that means the workpiece is having good machinability. And it is also defined in terms of level of difficulty in chip control. Okay, if you can easily control chip, then machinability is high for the workpiece material. As we know, ductile material produce continuous chip. Because continuous chip is smooth, it will not affect surface finish or give rise to friction of chip. And so you can summarize, if the workpiece material is having good machinability, so you will get a good surface finish and surface integrity. A long tool life you will get, and also force required for machining will be less, that minimize the power required for removing the workpiece material. For each workpiece material, the machinability index are available. In order to compare the machinability of a different workpiece material, it is expressed in terms of machinability index. We'll see what is machinability index in coming slide. So following are the factor effects on machinability of metals. Okay. So as we know, the machinability is the term refers to workpiece material. So it depends on property of workpiece material, especially hardness, tensile property, strain hardenability. If hardness of the workpiece material is high, so then it is difficult to machine. Because if hardness is high, the material is having brittle nature, the machining of the brittle material will be difficult. If the tensile property of the material is high, as we know, tensile property is more, means it required more force to undergo plastic deformation, that consumes more power, and that leads to difficulty of machining of a workpiece material. It also depends on strain hardenability. If material undergoes strain and it will become hard, then it is very difficult to machine. So machinability also depends on tool material, hardness property. If hardness of the tool and workpiece material is close to each other, then machinability of that combination will be less. The tool material having high hardness in comparison with the hardness of workpiece material, then in that case you can usually undergo machining. Okay, so if tool material is having more hardness in comparison with workpiece material, in that combination machinability is also good. It also depends on size and shape of the tool. So as we know, we provide different angle for the tool, especially rake angle. So if you have a optimum rake angle along with nose radius, so we will minimize the friction between the chip and face of the tool, and between the workpiece material and tip of the tool will be less if you provide smaller radius to the nose. So thereby you can easily do the machining operation. It also depends on types of machining operation, whether if you carrying out rough cutting or finishing operation. In rough cutting, we give more depth of cut. Uh, so the parameter depth and feed rate will be high. So in that case also machinability will become low. So when you are doing smooth cutting or finishing operation, you will give less depth of cut and feed rate. In that case machinability will be good. It also depends on size, shape and velocity of cut, as we mentioned earlier. So depending upon size, shape and velocity of cut. Size means in terms of chip removal rate. If you give more depth of cut and feed rate, so then the volume of the chips coming out of the workpiece material at unit time will be high. So then the machinability will be less. It is very difficult to machine. And the velocity of the cut also, if you are working with very low speed, the machining is become difficult. And also if you are working in a very high speed also, so that leads to temperature developed in tool or workpiece material. It will soften the tool. So thereby you have to select a optimum speed that will gives good machinability for a workpiece material. It also depends on type and quality of machine used. If the machine is having high quality in terms of support and the parts, if it is rigid and having good strength, so then there will be no vibration in machining. So if there is no vibration due to any machine part, so then you can easily undergo machining. It also depends on quality of lubricant used in machining. So if you use a good quality lubricants, that will minimize the friction as well as temperature, and so that you can easily remove the unwanted material from workpiece. So use of cutting fluids or lubricant also increase the machinability of a metal. So it also depends on friction between chip and tool. So again, the friction between chip and tool will depends on relative hardness of tool and workpiece material. If relative hardness of the tool and workpiece material is high, then friction will be more. That will make difficult for machining of a workpiece material. So then it will machinability of the workpiece will be less. It also depending on shearing strength of workpiece material. As we know, the material coming out of the workpiece material in the form of small chip, this will depends on shearing strength, or as you know, due to shearing, the chip will come out of the workpiece material, shearing or plastic deformation. In some cases shearing will take place, and you separate the chip from the workpiece material. So if shearing strength is less, then it is easy to carry out machining operation. So then next we discuss about evaluation of machinability. So factors used to evaluate machinability. So if the combination of workpiece and tool, if carrying a machining operation on certain workpiece material which will gives more tool life, then machinability of the workpiece material is high. So machinability, if tool life is more, means the machinability of the workpiece material will be high. Depends on form and size of the chip. If you are getting a continuous chip, then the machinability of the workpiece material is high. If you are getting more chip size, so if the workpiece is having good machinability, then only you can give more feed and depth of cut. If you are getting a large number of chip, means that indicates machinability of the workpiece material is high. Certain material which is very difficult to machine, in that material you cannot get large size chip. And also it depends on shear angle. So if shear angle is at less angle, if your material is shearing, means the material is having good machinability. It does not require more strength for shearing to take place. If shearing angle is high, if pi is equal to more, means machinability of the workpiece material will be high. That required more compressive force for shearing to take place. So then the machinability also expressed in terms of cutting force and power consumption. If more cutting force involved in machining, that will tends to absorb more power. In that case, the machinability of the workpiece material is less. If the workpiece material is consuming less force to remove and less power consumption, then machinability of the workpiece material is high. If you are getting a good surface finish in workpiece material, that also indicates the machinability of the workpiece material is high. If your cutting temperature generated during machining is less, that means the machinability of the workpiece material is high. If you have less friction between the chip and tool phase, that will lead to less temperature. If it requires less force and power to undergo plastic deformation and shearing, that will also reduce the cutting temperature. Ultimately, if the machining in any machining operation of workpiece material, if cutting temperature is less, then that means the workpiece material is having good machinability. And also it is expressed in terms of MRR also. MRR is nothing but material removal rate. If you are getting more material removal, if MRR is high, means machinability of the workpiece material is high. If you are getting less material removal rate, then the workpiece is difficult to machine. If it also depends on rate of cutting under standard force. So if rate of cutting is high under standard force, so then machinability of the workpiece material is high. If rate of cutting is low, then machinability of the workpiece material is less. It also depends on dimensional accuracy. If you get a good dimensional accuracy within the permissible limit, then machinability of the workpiece material is high. If the dimensional accuracy vary more with the standard value, then machinability of the workpiece material is low. As you know, machinability decreases with increasing the tensile strength and hardness. If the tensile strength and hardness of the workpiece material is high, then it is difficult to machine the workpiece material. Thereby, machinability value will be decreases. Machinability of the work material is assessed by any of the following, as we discussed in your previous slide. Uh, if you are getting more tool life, if you are getting high material removal rate, if it consumes less cutting force, if you are getting good surface finish, if getting smooth chip, then the machinability of the workpiece material is high. Then machinability can be quantified by using the term called machinability index. As we know, machinability is nothing but the ability of the workpiece material undergo machining operation, or the ease at which you can remove the unwanted material from the workpiece material. Machinability index is equal to Vt by Vs into 100. So that is, Vt is nothing but cutting speed of a given metal for 1 minute tool life. So Vt is nothing but cutting speed of a given metal for 1 minute tool life. Vs is nothing but cutting speed of a standard steel for 1 minute tool life into 100. Okay, in terms of percentage, so you have to multiply with 100. So machinability index of a given material is expressed by the uh, formula. The machinability index of the given material is equal to the cutting speed of a given metal for 1 minute tool life divided by cutting speed of a standard steel to get 1 minute tool life. Okay, machinability index is defined as cutting speed of given material, cutting speed of a given material for 1 minute tool life divided by cutting speed required, cutting speed of standard steel for 1 minute tool life. Okay, so machinability index is defined as cutting speed of a cutting speed for a metal to get 1 minute tool life divided by cutting speed for a standard steel to get 1 minute tool life. So the below table give the machinability index of a few material. As you see, left side material is given and the right side machinability index is given. SS is nothing but stainless steel. So for stainless steel, so machinability index is 25. For low carbon steel, 55 to 65. Copper having 70. So red brass having 180. Aluminum alloys. So aluminum is pure metal having 300. Yes, we have wide varieties of alloys in aluminum. So aluminum alloys will be ranging from 300 to 1500, as well as magnesium alloy also ranging from 500 to 2000. So in the above in this table, more number indicates it is easy for machining. If machinability index of a given material is high, then the material can be easily machined. So in the given example, magnesium and aluminum alloys is having a high value of machinability index. That means magnesium and aluminum alloys can be easily machined, when it compares to low carbon steel and stainless steel is having less machinability index, that is very difficult to machining.
I hope you all understand about machinability and machinability index. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you very much for watching.